Just now market got closed. I thought I will quickly show something which is interesting. Today definitely is a tough day. So, however, let me share the current expiry. The only one thing that I did good thing today is when I saw there is a market falling, I ended up closing the expiry trades because expiry trades is a thing, as you know, it's quite volatile. In fact, if you look at the PNL, I think we can't see the PNL properly here, but it's actually peak. It went to 1.04 lakhs, but then eventually I closed at 60. That's what which I did, and yeah, I think we can see here 1.4. And the reason I have closed was it was very confusing in the morning, so I do not know what's going to happen. But however, as I said, the good thing was after closing this, I got into mostly I had entered the monthly expiry, which is September 30th. So again, it's I would say, skewed triangle. I think this gave good returns. Again, this got some overnight positions, but then I added some new positions as well. I will quickly take you through the charts in a moment, but this is I also did very little Sensex trade. I did not even monitor. Let me see how this is. So, Sensex expiry is 25th, and then yeah. So I think this gave about 20,000, but PNL, as you can see, right? So I had it went down to max 60,000, but eventually it came back. So I think overall it's a good day. I think about 2 lakhs or so overall. But I mean, more than the profits or losses, that's really doesn't matter. But then I think the learning is something that I would like to share for today. Let me close this, and then I will show you a chart. All right. So if you look at this chart, on this one, let's say trading view. Okay. Let's go to Nifty. This really doesn't matter now, so let's close them. Okay. It's as of now, I'll put 15 minutes so that it's easy for us to track what's happening. All right. So let's start here. So here, a market anyway kind of opened a little bit of a gap down, I think, and until 11:30 or so, there was a fall, and after that, it's kind of a falling rather. So after that, we got a buy signal here, but it's too late, and after that, it pretty much hit the day high. After that, again, there was a resistance, and then it eventually fell down. So this is kind of a move. So definitely, it is going to be really harmful to the sellers. In fact, it would be harmful for anybody, whoever is trading in options. So, but as I said earlier, when I saw the first move itself, somewhere here only I have exited. That really saved the reason is I do not know what's going to happen because already there was a gap down, and then whether it's going to fall, it's going to go up, it's very difficult to predict. But anyway, morning itself, there was a good amount of decay from yesterday to today. I think there was close to 0.2% or 0.3% decay. So that's the reason I choose to exit, and then eventually I entered the Sensex somewhere around 10 o'clock or so. That's the reason, as you can see, 10 to here, there is not much of a move. While there was even my PNL, it actually shows some fall, but overall it's fine. I also had a skewed triangle there, which definitely saved the day. If you look at HDFC, there was a massive buying on Friday towards the end of the day, and eventually I believe these quantities were sold off during this kind of a period. So instead of doing on the same day, whoever wants to manipulate the market or play with the market, manipulation, not many people would like the word. So they would have bought one day before. So that's all it is. I mean, my reasoning is there is no reason for someone to buy so much big quantity on Friday because HDFC Bank, I don't think there is any news-based buying out there. If you look at other banks also, it's the same thing. If you look at, there was a heavy buying on that day, and then you got to see pretty much all the stocks were sold off throughout this day. Combination of all these things, I don't think anything substantially happened on those days, except Infi anyway, Infi and TCS. We had H1B news, but otherwise, if you take Bharti Airtel, L&T, there was no definite news. So overall, the massive buying happened on this particular day, and then eventually the stocks were sold off so that somebody can actually pull down the index. That's what which I believe happened today. I think these days, only one suggestion, only one input that I want to give with this video. I think if you're able to, if you're in the positional trades and then you got some nice dick in the morning, it's better to exit and then keep quiet. There is no meaning in fighting with the big players. That's absolutely important. So let's look at the geeks chart, right? I think today it's pretty straightforward. I think if you look at this chart, so this is definitely kind of a directional move until 12:30 or so. After that, it's very difficult to predict. There was so much of a mess here. This is by the way straddle chart, and you also see the CEP premiums, and then in the morning, you see the PE premiums actually spiked up. Obviously, this is because of the fall, and then we also have this CE premiums losing their value until here. So we can't trust these things fully, right? So now we got it again went to zero, and then it's basically what it means is if somebody sold the CE any call here, so they would have got back to same value at about 12:38 or so. So that's what it means. And then after that, you have so much of a noise and the volatility here. This is also one more chart you can definitely. So I think if you look at probably Bank Nifty, I'm expecting it's going to be a little different today. Yeah, it is indeed. So Bank Nifty, as you can see, there is a clear movement in the Nifty in Bank Nifty in one direction. Let's look at that as well. Where is Bank Nifty? So if you look at Bank Nifty, it's a fairly directional. So after this, I think at about 11:40 or so, it mostly moved up. And then if you look at the Supertrend also, it clearly is visible here. There is not much of a issue with the Bank Nifty. So if you start from, let's say, while Nifty did a S-curve, this is like I would call it as a snake kind of a thing, right? So where this is the tail and then this is the hood of the snake. So, but then Supertrend did not break. That's very important. I think if you go back to the day chart, I think this is a solid green candle, but then this did not really, this is not a fully solid, so we still got some wick here. So there is definitely some kind of a weakness here. So I think that's about it. And let's also look at Sensex. Sensex, I would think it would be very similar to Nifty. Yeah, there is so much of a volatility here. But if somebody did the directional trades on the Bank Nifty today, they would have made some money. I think overall it's a good day. It's not a extremely profitable day, but then I would say it's a peaceful day. All right, have a great remaining day. Bye-bye.